Thus healing is mourning as well as dancing. Mourning over the losses that the world, captive to the forces of evil, inflicts on us, and dancing in the house of God where we belong. However, we tend to stay away from both mourning and dancing, too afraid to cry and too shy to dance. We say, "Oh, it's not as bad as you think, nor as good as you hope." We prefer to fuss about our own petty problems instead of dealing with the ominous presence of evil. And we prefer to cling to our little self-made moments of happiness instead of entering fully into the joy of God's kingdom. And thus we become narrow-minded complainers, avoiding not only real human pain, but also true human joy. But true healing calls us to face the stark realities of our lives and to come to grips with the truth that while we live in a world subject to the power of the evil one, we belong to God. That's what mourning and dancing is all about. So, let us mourn and let us dance. And let us come to the realization that the time to mourn and the time to dance may, in the end, be the same. So I first want to speak about healing as a time to mourn. It might sound strange, but the first task to which we are called by the healing spirit within us is to mourn our losses. Losses inflicted on us by the world that lies in the power of the evil one. After Jesus' crucifixion, the apparent victory of the evil one, his friends were in deep grief. Think about the sadness of the two men returning to Emmaus, about the fear of the 11 huddled together behind closed doors, about the confusion of Simon Peter, Thomas, Nathaniel, James and John, and the others who went back fishing, believing that everything was over and gone. They all experienced deep grief. We often think that this grief was there because the Spirit had not yet come, but I dare to say that it was precisely the Spirit that had already touched them that created that painful interior groaning. Jesus had already given them so much of his Spirit, the Spirit of love, that his death wounded their hearts deeply. For a long time they could experience only absence, betrayal, despair, and utter darkness. And this experience of loss is very real for us. It's part of our daily lives. At times it even seems that life is just one long series of losses. There is the loss of our parents, of children, of friends, and not just through death, but, which is even more painful, through conflict, misunderstanding, anger, and resentment. There is the loss of our jobs, our careers, our successes, our good name, not only through circumstances beyond our control, but also through our own failures. And there is the loss of our hopes and dreams, not only through age, but also through the discovery of corruption and betrayal among people we have trusted for a long time. And finally, there is the loss of meaning and purpose in our lives.